Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 11 properties today. Nothing on the Oakville Milton list, which to me is always a pain in the butt anyway. So you can check the green link to see all the properties, and let's get started. It's certainly an interesting day, as most days are here at Milton Daily Homes. So we're going to start off with 100 Millside Sky Suite 8. That's what SS8 stands for, $499.9. Condo fees are almost $800, but they include cable, heat, hydro. Basically, you pay for your phone and probably some money for your internet and your taxes, obviously. And the building also has a pool. It's got a sauna. Mostly for the 50 plus crowd. I might argue that this is one of the better suites in the entire building. Once you get up to the top 2 or 3 floors, there's kind of a price premium put on. You're also facing the escarpment. You will see sunsets here. That's Mill Pond. That's the gazebo that's kind of world famous in Milton. And you have a renovated suite. So there was just a suite that sold for $465. I mean, most of the suites in here now are kind of high threes for this size. So you're really paying the height premium, the view, plus the finishes. And together that's probably totaling about $100,000. They could get it. You know, this is an interesting building for pricing, especially in the top couple of levels. It really has that kind of premium attached. It's very interesting. There's 2 parking spots. Parking space in here, a second one is probably worth between $10,000, $15,000, maybe not as high as $20,000, but that's what it's worth. Bessie Trail I like everything about Bessie Trail except where it is. Now you can see little signs of it right here. You can also, the observant eyes will also see what's going on back here. So before we get into the home, we'll look at where it is. So this is Dairy Road up here, and then we've got Holly. This is the commercial plaza right here. So there's a Pizza Hut. There's a great eye doctor right there. Shout out to Dr. Cookson. There is a walk-in clinic. There is Symposium Cafe right here. And this is the parking lot. So right behind you, you've got cars parking. There's usually not a lot here, but the parking lot gets full. This is Live Work. I think there's an insurance place. There is a barber shop in here. I can't remember some of the other businesses, but there's a driveway to get into the plaza right beside the home. So it will be loud. You will see cars that are driving right past your house. You'll be having dinner, and probably in your dining room right here, you'd see cars that by. So I think the price is pretty good. I think the home looks fantastic. The carpet on the stairs is not always people's favorite, but the rest of the home, they've got nice floors here. They've got a wainscoting around the walls. Light fixtures, we talked about the impact that good light fixtures can make in a sale. Kitchen cabinets, backsplash, all looks good. Clean, tidy, and the basement is done very nicely too. So there's really no objection to, even the grass looks pretty good in the backyard. So they take good care of the home. The location to me is the toughest part of this one. They are holding back on offers. Now they list tons of upgrades and finishes in this one on Lederman for $729, but there's nothing here. I mean, it faces the parking lot. There's a big park right here. But there's nothing inside the home, which leads me to be a little bit concerned. Crown moldings, upgraded cabinets, granite counters, marble and baths. Like, there's a lot of things in here that should photograph pretty well. The outside elevation is the highest elevation with the stucco and brick. Recent sale, highest one I think is $717. Before that, there were homes that were selling for like $645. There's been this like 50,000 jump in these homes probably in the last 4 or 5 months. It's called a Plan 5 corner. I believe it's 1624 square feet. It's a good floor plan. It's probably the most affordable way to get a double car garage detached home. There's not many any smaller than 1624 square feet in all of town. So there you go. Need some inside shots. Now you would think if you're listing for $1.7 million that your front shot would look a little bit better than this not so good shot. And the rest of the home doesn't get any better. Really, like is someone going to write a check or even go see the home if they see this kind of photography? I don't think they will. Now, I get there's a lot of stuff in here. My rationale for people is you're going to have to pack anyway when you move, so you might as well start. Even things like taking these off the top here make a big difference. That's not a bad looking kitchen there. But the problem is you see a water bottle and a cell phone sitting on the table. The lot's fantastic. The size of the home, 4,000 square feet on 2 acres. They're probably aiming a little bit on the high side, but they're not tremendously far off, especially with the walkout basement. But you gotta bring it with the photos. Your first showing in today's day and age is online. The second showing is when they show up to your front door. So if you don't get them online, they're not coming for round 2. Finally, 710 Thompson Road. If it looks familiar, I'm going to explain why. Now, yesterday we talked about price games, about people listing low, then high, then going back low, and just nonsense. So this one, as if the bat signal came out and said, we're talking about this, decided to show back up in the list today. So I had to write this down because it was such a convoluted path to get to this price. So you ready for this? So September 25th, and Sharon, maybe just put some text in here just so people can follow along. September 25th, they listed for $567. Then on October 12th, so about 17 days later, so clearly 567 wasn't working, they came up with the brilliant strategy of listing for $621,000. How about that? Then 8 days later, October 20th, they brought the price down to $599. So you can already see something fascinating here is $621 and $599 when for 17 days it couldn't sell at $567. Fascinating. Although in 2016, here's how crazy this market's been, that might have worked. So October 29th, they brought it down to $559. And then yesterday, they relisted at this price. Now, they screwed the price up, so they put it at $5,590,000. They moved, they put an extra 5 in the first digit. And so I had a client who texted me last night and said, hey, I'll sell my house for this price at $5 million. And I said, if you do that, I'm going to charge you more commission if I can sell it for that. So anyway, $559. Julie, shout out to you, by the way. Great client. Great friend of the team. So $559 is where we're at now. And they're holding back on offers. And they put something that you can't see. We can see in the broker's comments. They put something saying we can accept a preemptive offer. So they're holding back for a certain day. Preemptive is what we call a bully offer, which means buyers may have the option of sending an offer before the offer date for the sellers to review, but they said we can accept it without any notice, but that's not the way things work. The way things work in our industry, if we receive a bully offer that the seller wants to work with, so we might say, okay, next week we're going to take offers, but then today I get one that's really good. Maybe it's for whatever, $621. And they say, yeah, we want to work with that. I have to legally go back to everybody who's shown interest, any buyer inquiries, any agent showings, and I have to say, look, we have a bully offer, and we're presenting it this time to the sellers, and if there's any interest, to let us know. And I think that's the only fair way to do it. I think accepting preemptive offers without notice to anybody else is a disservice to the seller because you're not fully bringing the market up to speed on your home. You're trying to reinvigorate interest, and if you just take an offer without notifying anyone, I'm just not sure that that's the best move. So anyway, this one looks like a bit of a mess, but we'll see what happens at $559. It's a semi-detached for the same price as townhouses, so maybe this one works out. And if they sell for $621, I would say that's 2016 for you. All right, that's the list. Enjoy we're on the doorstep of the weekend, so enjoy your weekend. If you're in town, you can sign up for a tour of homes. You can sign up for the buyer class, which is actually next, maybe it's not next Thursday. I think it's 2 Thursdays from now, about 2 weeks from now. Lots of ways we can help you. Guides. It's all in the bottom of the email, or you'll see it on the site under offers up there, or you're going to see it over on that side. See you later.